I have got little teeny seeds that need to be in bigger plants. So I have these, but I think they're going to be a little too small, not enough growth room. And then these small little 6-packs. Personally, a lot of them we're gonna go with our little pots. And there's always the good old solo cup, as long as you drill holes on the bottom so they have drainage. But for today, I'm going to use my little labels and we are going to transplant them up. Now personally, I like my little cake equipment. This is for icing a cake, but it's perfect to get these little teeny seeds. Let me make a hole. Because tomatoes you want to bury deeply and just have the tops pop out. For instance, this is a Phoenix determinant, and I write down the determinant D next to the label because I want to plant all my determinants in the same place so that when they're all done growing, which is what they do, they only get to one size, whatever that size is for the plant, and then they're done. So I can always switch it up. Where indeterminants will just keep going and going. Now notice I plot it down a little bit, tap it. I'm gonna steal from here for now, and I can use my little cake tool to add soil and get close, but not go too crazy. But you want to bury that stem. You might have leggy plants, which they weren't close enough to the light and they just kept growing. I sometimes do this with 2 fingers to kind of tap it down. But you want to plant all the way, because from here to the bottom of the root, that will start rooting as well for a tomato. Not all plants will do that, but the tomato will. And then I will just continue on and go forth until all of these are in here. If they're very baby, I'm gonna put them in here because my tray did not grow at exactly the same rate all around. Some of them are still babies with their first leaves, not their true leaves. So I will put them in this because I bought the deep ones from Greenhouse Megastore. Really inexpensive to get a lot of this stuff. And you can reuse it if you take care of it and you're gentle. But it's very much inexpensive. For solo cups, obviously you can get a whole bunch and reuse them if you like. But also, if you go to Lowe's or Home Depot or any big box store, ask them in the garden center, and a lot of times some of the trays that the plants come in on, like they might have these pots and they have a little tray that they come in on, they're just going to put them in a pile. So if you ask, they tend to let you have them, but you do want to ask just to be sure. So I am going to continue on, and then I will show you what happens once I get them all in. We'll do one more. Now, to keep track, I did the Phoenix, so I want to do that same row. Get another little Phoenix, and then put it as down as I can, tapping, tapping, and tapping. You don't want to press too hard because honestly, that's not good either. You don't want to damage that little baby seedling. But I just want it nice and stable, and I want as much of that stem as I can without burying leaves, so that that stem will root some more and get a stronger root system. So that is how I transplant into my little pots. And then here is my setup. It's just a little $25 little mini greenhouse. And it's convenient being a beekeeper because I can use bee boxes, because sometimes when the seeds are little, you want them closer to the grow lights. It's almost like you want them as close as possible so they don't get leggy. And here's my little work for today. And my last one that I just finished. I have all these little tags that I got for about $5 on Amazon. And once you're suited where you need, you have to make sure to put some water in there. I will add a little bit more once it's absorbed. And I just put an upside down tray so that these guys were a little bit closer to the lights. It's not the ideal setting, but it works for me. Any questions, concerns, criticisms? Feel free to let me know, and I will try my best. Time for cleanup. That's going to take me a while. Until later, have a wonderful, blessed day.